All right, what do we got here? Oh boy. Welcome back to another lovely weekend here at the hangar. And if you guys noticed in the intro there, our transformer rectifier finally came back. So really excited to get that in the jet today. All right, before we go through the process of putting in that transformer rectifier, Crew Chief Al wanted to put some air pressure on the jet. He wants to see that leak up in the Wizzo's cockpit too, just to see what we got. Thanks to one of you guys, probably narrowed it down. It's very likely the shuttle valve that controls the up and down movement of that canopy. So Crew Chief Al's going to climb up there and check it out once we put some air pressure on the jet. You found it? Oh yeah.
Well, I found one.
There's one. Now, in an odd twist of events, we put 3,000 psi on the jet, and Crew Chief Al comes up here to go figure out where this leak is coming from, and it's not leaking. I don't get it. I swear this jet's messing with me sometimes.
Okay, this is the downside. This one right here. Air comes in here and pushes it down, and the upside's down here. So
The shuttle valve's down there, right?
how in the hell you ever get in there?
You go through that door from what I read in the comments.
Okay.
The access door. That's where the main airline goes in.
Well, this line is leaking.
Probably just snug. It's the fitting, right? Not the hose.
Okay, and these are ballistic hoses. This is for the hot gases from ejection.
Okay.
I want to see how to get to the other end of this thing. That's where it's coming in, and that is down here below that. So you got to pull that panel off, and it's down there.
Oh boy.
Which means you have to pull the damper. Probably disconnect this. Well, you might not have to, but and then pull that back. This will have to come out of the way, and then the bolts. But since it's not leaking right now, let's just see how long it holds up. But how about 11/16?
11/16. All right.
So it looks like
socket wrench.
Regular opening wrench.
Yes, please. And that little guy is something to do with cabin pressurization, correct? Isn't that the vent valve for?
It's pressure regulator.
I've heard about that from the comments there. And it's not fun to get to when the seat's in. I think the seat's got to come out to get to that, right?
Oh, the seat's got to come out for damn near anything.
Yeah.
They built everything under the seats.
Like that transformer rectifier going down there here very shortly.
Cool beans.
Mm-hmm.
As my daughter used to say. See, I've got to where I can identify like 3/8, 7/16, half, and 11/16, you know. And then on the metrics, I know a 10, an 8,
7.
And no, I don't use 10s and 8s, 13s and 14s. That's the ones that I use a lot of.
Nice. So on this, we need an 11/16 or a 22/32.
Or a 44/64.
Telephone. Oh yeah, she's still bubbling.
I can't really get any torque on it, so.
Yeah, we don't want to overdo it either.
No. So either the fitting here is cracked, right in here, or the flare is cracked. So one of those got to be replaced.
Okay. Yeah, so if we got to pull that line, might as well go through and get the other end of it.
Well, yeah. If we wind up having a new line made, let's get in there and just reseal everything anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like my car right now. That car, I've got all that front end stuff tore apart.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a time belt in it, and they're supposed to be changed every 60,000. Well, I got 40-something thousand on it, and I'm going like.
While you're at it, right?
I mean, I'm halfway there, so.
Yep.
So I decided to do quite a few other things while I'm there.
So we'll get it.
Okay, yeah. I hope that's not on the.
I mean, I wish you could have been here last week. That thing was like, everyone here will probably tell you the same thing. That thing was hissing like nobody's business. And like our air pressure in the system would just tank within minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if it's loud enough you can hear it. Go back there by the rat and see if you hear anything. Put your ear up against the doors.
Alrighty. Oh, I should knock on the glass. They don't like that.
Got to lube that.
Well, it works. Oh yeah, she's still bubbling.
It appears to be the only leak we have right at the moment. I'm gonna cycle it again.
Oh, don't jinx us, Al. You're clear.
When it's closing, when it gets real close to the end, I hear this little tss.
Huh.
But and as soon as it closes, it stops. I mean, it's just a little tss.
It's not like a dump valve or something that it's engaging on the way, or
Pressure relief.
or is that the canopy locks engaging? Because I know that this part does its thing to, once it comes down far enough, it hits this cam and then it engages all the locks.
Yeah.
Wonder if that hits that initial inrush of air going into that setup.
And the thing is that's a damper. That's not an actuator because there's no lines going to it. Just this damper portion.
Right.
So that's just to smooth the canopy action.
Interesting.
Well, all we know for sure is that one.
Yeah.
But the colder it gets, the more we'll have.
Yeah.
I used to love that first cold snap, walk out on the flat line, and 2 or 3 of them had flat struts.
Better that than flat tires, right?
They were flat on one side.
Right. Awesome.
Alrighty, let's let this gentleman proceed.
You get that transformer rectifier in there. All right, so here's that new transformer. Well, not new, but this got reworked, and they did an absolutely beautiful job with this thing, to the point of even repainting it. Didn't get a report in the box with this thing, so we don't know what was replaced. But just looking through the air vents and whatnot, I think some of the semiconductors down in there were replaced. Because I don't see anything obvious, but yeah, like I said, they did a beautiful job on reworking this to the point, like I said, they repainted it and everything and put a brand new sticker on it. It's awesome. Alrighty. Here we are, guys. I got you guys mounted to a bracket here on the seat rails, and I got all my hardware prepped out and got the end cap off because that's how you reconnect the DC leads. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that. So there's my positive leads. Put on a washer, a lock washer,
He's running the show.
and one nut. There we go. And then we do the same with the negative lead. This is what connects to the DC bus. So again, one washer, one lock washer, and one nut. And just run them down. And there we go. And all we do is just snug these down. We definitely don't want to over tighten these. That'll do. There we go. Awesome. So there's that. So that's the only thing that you do in here. And then there's my end cap. I installed my end cap. There we go. And there's 3 little nuts that hold this on. I'm gonna have to censor some of this when I edit this later today.
Hey, you're in a maintenance hangar. It gets pretty silly sometimes. All I can say is
There we go. snug. There we go.
Yeah, there'll be some interesting edits.
Oh, for sure. All right. And then that faces up when this thing is mounted. All right. And then we got to take this little cap off. This is the cannon plug that brings in the AC power from the jet. Where's that plug at? There you are. Oh, twist up my wires. There we go, that's better. Cannon plugs. I thought when I retired from the military that I wouldn't have to be dealing with these again, but here I am. Electronics technician, I got very familiar with having to do these, or even build them, install the little pins and everything. Good times, let me tell you. Alright, so got everything squared away there. Now to put these bolts back in. And there's not a torque value in the TO, so just gonna snug them up and lock wire these in place, and we are done. Get these all started by hand, make sure nothing's cross-threaded. There we go, that's all 6. Now to get the lock wire out. There we go. Alright, she's in. All the bolts in, everything's nice and snug, everything's lock wired. I think we're ready to test this thing. Alright guys, so when we tried to put power on it just now, power didn't come on. So came down, shut everything down, and checked the fuses, and the fuses were blown. Probably from the last time we attempted to do some testing on this, before we got the new transformer rectifier. Well, turns out we are completely out of these fuses, so we're gonna have to buy some more. And it's about lunchtime for us anyway, so we'll grab some fuses during the week and come back to this and try it out. But everything else went pretty smoothly, so hopefully we get a good test next week once we put some new fuses in it. So until then, thanks for watching guys. We'll see you next time.